yaleeta mwenyina n'emikwano gye wakubadde n'omuwali wa gavumenti yawakanya abayima bano ababiri kooti y'ekizudde nti bano babadde emikwano gy'okumala ebbanga ddene era n'ekizuula nti bagwanidde era baali bamanyi obuvunaanyizibwa bwabwe n'emirimu gyabwe gye balina okukola ate era nga batuuze b'omu kitundu kino n'avunaanibwa gy'abeera nti basobola okukola emirimu gwabwe. Kooti ekkiriza okusaba okweyimirirwa mu bukwakkulizo bya wammanga okusinziira ku kika ky'omusango ogubavunaanibwa. Buli avunaanibwa agenda kusasula akakadde kamu obuliwo abaabeeyimirira buli omu ajja kusasula obukadde 5 singa abantu bano babula ne batandika okusasula gavumenti ya Uganda buli omu bano okwatibwa. Basabiddwa obutafuluma ggwanga oyo yenna ayagala okufuluma eggwanga alina okusobola okusaba olukusa kuva eri kooti. Basabiddwa obutalumbagana bwe bavunaana mu ngeri yonna oba ku mitimbagano oba gye babeera singa ebyo kooti enakizuula wadde gye bakolera temukirizibwa kubalumba singa kooti enakizuula okweyimirwa kwabwe kujjasazibwamu. Obukwakkulizo obwo nga bumaze okutuukiriza omusango gujja kudda mu kooti nga 13 January omwaka ogujja.
Yeah, we've got now move out.
Okusooka guwedde tudda kugwa ssimu.
Salim, where are you? Salim. Any guardian to Salim?
The victim had promised years and the father, your worship. But they are playing an advocate. I don't know why.
The maid tries calling him, but he doesn't pick.
Nkooye okuzunga nkulabuze.
Unfortunately, playing hide and seek.
ennaku yazanya mizanyo gya kwekaafu president basobodde kumuukira olwaleero.
So have you had an opportunity to meet with him before today?
Oh yeah, you know that they're moving a traditional status. Like,
Olwaleero basobodde okufuna era nali Joseph balowooza nti babeera kudde.
twagala akakadde kamu aka likes.
in that regard,
You want to address me on the constitution when I don't have an adjective who's going to tell me whether you did or not? What's your prayer? Make the prayer you want to make now.
Your Honor, in the alternative, you would give the constitution deed to the state to address what about the additional statement on 5. However, my other instructions, Your Honor, are slightly like
Thank you nk'oyo okuzunga.
Waliwo gavumenti anategeeza kkooti embeera gye birimu naye bo babawadde olukusa obw'obulimi.
Proceed.
Your Honor, the accused person for the African surveyor as he is involved with the discussion.
Naye bwena abayima bali mu kkooti laba ekyefukifu okweyimirizza.
Number 1, Your Honor, Mr. Sechi Kasi.
Maaso ga Sekindi Kasimu.
Sechi Kasi, Your Honor, is the chairperson of
Kasim, how old are you? What do you do for a living? Businessman being what? How long? Where does your friend stay? His own. Sankara is found in which zone, which parish and village? How long have you lived in Sankara? Your phone number?
Number 2, Your Honor, is
What did you tell him? Yeah, you want? That's a qualification. What task do you do? Email with the company name. Somebody. Do you have anything to confirm that you work for that company? Here you go. Where is the company located? What's your relationship with the applicant? What's your relationship with the applicant? What do you manage for him? It's a registered company. So it's not a company. When you say process, it's not a company. No, that's I am talking to you. So it's not a company. Where is it? Where is it from? Division? Division? How long have you lived there? 2 years. Where does your boss stay? Who is the chairperson in Kampala? What is your role as a sheriff? I am not hearing you.
Twawulira by'oyogera obuvunaanyizibwa
As a surety, what is your role?
bwegaza
Allow
okuwanga
him to speak. Is your boss, how are you going to ensure he stands before you? Remember, he does not take instructions from you. Instead, he gives you instructions. What do you tell him? Who is your mother with the applicant? Which parent is she with the applicant? Which parent is she with the applicant? What's the applicant's mother's name? Mother of the applicant.
Just granted today.
Does that imply to the secretary? It's automatic that it's granted.
We are also mindful of that. And there is one. Fine.
Can we have what I import the people whose funds are on? So just tell me why you think you will not have fund. That is what I need. You all know it better than me.
Your worship, the accused person has presented duties. Who shall restore us from fears as a required and the accused person is a resident. This is the area of this order report.
challenge is not here to confirm the recording of the The letter was requesting for DW and copy of the same. accused was presented for plea and he pleaded not guilty. All the charges, he has exercised his rights and applied for bail. He has presented three sureties, his chairperson Dulcie1, the manager, and his elder sister. There is no objection on the sureties presented. Both counsel for the accused and counsel for the state have informed court of the possible settlement of this matter, and that the complainant has recorded an additional statement, a copy of which has been furnished to the court. I find the sureties presented substantial, and I find that the accused resides within the jurisdiction of this court. I find the sureties will be able to prevail over the accused. There is no serious objection to the application. The same is allowed. However, considering the charges he faced, I put conditions to ensure that the reports go until the matter is determined by the deputy. So bail is allowed on the following terms. The accused is released on cash bail of 1 million shillings. The sureties are bonded at 3 million shillings, not cash. The accused is warned from leaving the country without express permission of court. For any possible reconciliation, counsel for the accused and the state can forward the file for the DPP, advised under section 121. Considering the charges he faced, the court cannot just enter a reconciliation. If he meets the conditions above, the matter comes up on 13th January 2025 formation. I also want
Budget what day? Budget what the payroll?
Let's be professional. Some of you need court and you guys start reporting your own issues. Be professional when you're reporting. And also, I'm also informing the bloggers, report what is right. If you find you are just reporting the way you want, you might come back as one of our
There's nothing here. Yes, we go. It's coming. Just that I'm preparing some judges. Queremos solo ser un poco. Hacen tu vida pa. Sí,
Can we move?
Get to find your water. Get to find your
Let's move.
Olwarero. Tetumanyi wetunasula. Simanyi wetunasula.
Tony is quite there. So if you want to get to know her better, best you can do is come down to the studio and come and with us.
Yeah, alright. Now you go. Why teach here?
No.
nga we mulaba ekiddako kyakulinda kibanda
Dad, this is different. I'm just trying to help out my friends.
I've said this before. I'll say it again. No dancing. No dancing.
Dad, it's just for this one competition.
No dancing, and that's fine. I don't want what happened to Sue to happen to her. And she needs to understand that.
They're not being fair.
That's what I'm talking about.
And how are we being fair? I'm just asking for this one chance.
Tony, this chapter is closed.
Stating anything you can do. Why don't you try some other activity that can help you become a lawyer like us?
I mean, you can join the first club, like teach your friends. He's doing very well here. Join him.
Okay, I'm cover live.
Debate is good for you.
thank you Nkoyo Kuzunga
You need to talk to
My mom is driving me crazy. She keeps on putting pressure on me to win this competition. How come you never defend me on social media at all?
Because what is there on social media doesn't matter.
How's the dance competition coming along? Tony, when do you join us? We could really do it. Or I can use the debate club to cover something for dance.
Atari wa mawuli ga Jawa jangu.
Mwongere wali okukwata bulungi ate gwe yagala kwata bukasi lugoye lwa muntu. Kwali yogera.
Spread it towards the wide or the outside areas of the pitch, and that's what Lisandro Martinez really gets you when he's really playing. His press resistance is really great, and for Luke Shaw to be into that wing back, it is really one of those moments that you have to be very excited about. As time is really running out to play Arsenal, today is Thursday, meaning that you're left with 6 days to play Arsenal, because next week Wednesday we are playing Arsenal. You need all your big guns back, and if you are Ruben Amorim, you would love to obviously use this game of football to obviously state that every player really gets in minutes. And as we prepare to play against Everton on Sunday, we have to obviously find ourselves in a position of really having the best of the best lineup. Like the lineup is really going to be playing against Everton will be the one he would want to play against Arsenal. And guys, look out for that starting 11 that Ruben Amorim is really going to be playing or bringing on, into that encounter. You get into that encounter of Everton versus Manchester United, right? Because he will be trying to see to it that they obviously master that system, to see to it that we are not really annihilated and destroyed at the Emirates Stadium next Wednesday. So, after that, he came up and talked about Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire is back, and Harry Maguire being back, he's really one of those people or players that has obviously put in a very big shift, you know, and that big shift has seen him return into the training session of Manchester United. But the manager is like, he can't be ready for the game of Bodo Glimt, and he needs to get him some time. Maybe he'll be part of the team that will play against Everton. Remember, in the system that this manager plays, in the system that the manager plays, he needs to be having very many defenders. And Mazzaro is being played as a central defender because we are not having enough central defenders. But Lenny Yoro, Harry Maguire, if they joined Lisandro Martinez, De Ligt, Evans, and Lisandro Martinez, all will be okay for the manager, and rotation will be really called for the best of this side of Manchester United. So, Harry Maguire is not going to be part of the squad, but what he's really going to be doing is simple. He's going to obviously be pushing to obviously be the squad of Manchester United, meaning that if our ideal starting 11, sorry, back three is De Ligt, Lenny Yoro, and Lisandro Martinez. Those are three. That means on the bench we should be having Maguire, Lindelof, John Evans. Those have to be there, followed by either Tyrell Malacia into the mix. Mazzaro will be there for you, meaning that in the system the manager is really going to be very, 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 very picky, because he needs obviously have those players on. And I don't know, for a bench of 8 players, when you add on one goalkeeper, that means he has to be very, 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 very keen on really choosing who he brings on and who he doesn't obviously bring on. That is the manager for the club of Manchester United really having a very huge, tricky time in there. So, as it stands, the guy is back. That is none other than Lisandro Martinez, and he's going to be part of the squad. Now, Blenny Yoro, the reason as to why he really never went to Ipswich, true about that, to Ipswich was simple. You get? It was very, very, very simple. You understand? It was very, very simple. And how simple did it? How simple was it? He got a setback, and they're like, we're not going to rush him because he's returning from a metatarsal injury. And you know what happened to Lisandro Martinez? You know, when he was forced to the pitch when he was forced to the field of play after that metatarsal injury, he really got a setback, and he really missed out for some good months until when he came back almost towards the end of the season. That is Lisandro Martinez. This time around, it's all about Lenny Yoro, and the manager has come out and really told us that Lenny Yoro is available for training. We are working on his physical condition. It is important. He's a young man. It is a big club. The first image is very important. So we'll try to prepare him as best as possible because he's a great talent. We believe a lot in him. So the manager is like giving him time. They don't want to rush him in here because they know what it is like to rush a talent like Lenny Yoro in such a situation. The club is big, and they're like, we need to obviously give him the flowers and the time as a player of Manchester United, and they don't need to obviously rush him back. So they are trying to see to it that all goes on well as planned, and they don't really see to it that a lot doesn't go into his way. I love Lenny Yoro, and let the physios do their job, and let's wait and see how that will obviously come out in the next coming time, if at all goes well as planned. So that is Lenny Yoro for you, and we will let you know that he's not far off from making his debut. By the most of us thought that Lenny Yoro was going to make his debut as United was going to be playing against Ipswich Town, but he really missed out onto that occasion. So we want to see these defenders back, because the more they really get back, the more we are 100% sure that all will go our way. Now, from that, let's see how these other players trained as United prepared for Bodo Glimt, a must-win for the club of Manchester United, because we noted that we've played 4 games so far, 3 draws and 3 draws and 1 win. Those are 7 points, and we're really having 4 games to go. And if we can win all the remaining games, those will be 12 points plus the 7 will be 19, and I know we'll be in the top 8 teams that won't need to play any other. You know, that won't play any other extra game in the playoffs. Remember, they take the top 8 to they take the top 8 to they take the top 8 immediately to the quarter finals, and the next 16 will obviously go into what we call the playoff. And with these very many games coming in through, you don't likely to obviously be getting an extra 2 games into the season. Now, Dalo, that is Diego Dalo for you, obviously arriving at the green turf. Kobe Mainoo, another one who is expected to obviously come and impress and really play a very huge part into the team of Manchester United today. And Terrell Malacia, all smiles, part of the squad that played against Ipswich, but he never made it off the bench. We anticipated that. The manager was obviously trust him this time around. Matthias de Ligt, Bruno Fernandes laughing, Harry Maguire behind them. I don't know what was making them happy, but they were all smiles. Then Lisandro Martinez, that is the butcher of Manchester, in there, trying to obviously arrive and really smile on as he's really recovering and he's really ready for the job. Erickson Christian played some 60 minutes as we were playing against. Well, he I think they're even like 70, 75 as he played against Ipswich Town, and he was really taken off. Onana, the goalkeeper, trying to obviously do what he has to do, and this is none other than Atil Beindir. Atil Beindir, obviously training in there for you. Then Demotmi, another goalkeeper. Matthias Delit, Luke Shaw, looking on during the training session that really lasted for some hours before the players rested to prepare for today. And this is Godwill Kompuchi, 16-year-old defender, part of the team training that was at the current team. Rasmus Hoyland looking on, Marcus Rashford in the mix, Harry Maguire in there for you, Garnacho Alejandro walking the other way. Then Konkuki, Mason Mount, obviously doing the due diligence in training sessions. Joshua Zexi in here, and this is Manuel Ugarte. And Anthony and Casemiro, obviously trying to obviously put in the Galshifo together for that beautiful game. Then Amadi Diallo, I tell you, this guy is really having the world on his feet. This season is really going to be a season of really proving all people that really thought he couldn't do anything, and he's really having an assist in the only goal that we're going to hit to score under the Ruben Amorim era. Then Harry Maguire and Marcus Rashford, two players that are really hugely pumping in to obviously be under the first squad that the manager of England is really going to be calling up, you know, and who is the manager? Thomas Tuchel. So they are really working tooth and nail to find themselves into good books with him, to sit in and obviously take him, to sit in and obviously make the squad, and that's going to be, I think, first match in that game. Bruno Fernandes, Alejandro Garnacho, all smiles and all happy during the training session at Carrington. Then this is Mazarawi, one of those that has gone ahead, obviously excited a lot amongst the signings that we brought on. He's really topping the list of the highly performing signings for Manchester United. So that is exactly what happened at Carrington. You see Manuel Ugarte, Bruno Fernandes and Amadi Diallo, you know, into that rendo. You get into that rendo, and you know what happens when you see Amadi Diallo there, Kobe Mainoo, Dallo, Bruno Fernandes, Manuel Ugarte, press-resistant players, and I see even Casemiro was there. And I would love to obviously see what happened into that rendo, because touches were touches, as many of those rarely lose the ball. So that is the United team, and by the most of those might find themselves into the starting 11 of Manchester United today as we take on the side of Bodo Glimt today. Then Harry Maguire, Christian Eriksen, Marcus Rashford, obviously trying to do the needful as Lisandro Martinez peeps in with his boot to obviously get that ball there in action. So that's what United really was like during the training session that lasted for some hours, and the manager also later went ahead obviously addressed the media, and I've gone ahead obviously bring you what he talked about the club. But this fixture is really very important for Ruben Amorim. Very, very, very important, because he needs to win. We need to win, because the only way he's really going to obviously take the pressure off himself is him winning this game. If he doesn't win, I tell you what, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be business as usual. I tell you, it won't be business as usual for this man, because we need to see our team winning. We need to see our team really going places, and however much we're giving him time, these are the kind of games that the manager has to win to obviously ease the pressure off himself. If he doesn't win, then he will have found himself into a very bad position as Everton manager. Let me check here.
Number one superstar, Khalifa Aganaga. Come by our accident.
Sean Dyche. Now, Sean Dyche is coming at Manchester United. Now, if we fail to win the game today, the confidence of these players will go down. And that's the situation where Sean Dyke wants to obviously find you in. I tell you, that's where Sean Dyke wants to find you in. That's the situation that Sean Dyke wants to find you in. And when Sean Dyke finds you in that situation, when really frustrated, he'll be like, right, let's take it like that. You know, he will, because you know he'll park the bus and obviously try to hit you in the brake. He will come with telling his players, this team is frustrated. All what we have to do is let us frustrate them with attacking them in the first 5-6 minutes and sit in the office and get a goal. You know, and to send a message to Everton that we are good to go, we have to beat this team. Beat this team, go into the game of Everton with the spirits high. Let's also beat that side called what's the name? Let's beat that side called Everton as we charge for the game of Arsenal. You know, Arsenal is playing on Saturday, meaning they're obviously going to rest an extra day and they'll train Monday, Tuesday. But for United, I think we play on Sunday, Monday no training, Tuesday one training session, travel to London and see what the rest is really going to be like for the club of Manchester United. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I call upon for your reactions into Ruben Amorim confirms Lisandro Martinez's return in all ahead of the encounter of Bodo Glimt. Lenny Yoro and Maguire are also into the mix. Now, take your shots at the story into the comment section below. We out.
Logo book bakubye empya. Logo book bakubye empya. Gezaako noonya Nalongo kitone. Naye nga mugende ku YouTube channel yange Desh Kalisa live musubscribinge. Mundage ku mukwano ngamba koledde. Mbakoledde nnyo. Mundage ku mukwano. Mundage ku mukwano. Jasinga okukolera abantu. Obubonero bweraze, obubonero mubulabye, obubonero bubadde bweraga, enkuba etonnye, obubonero bubadde bweraga, ate nabagamba enkuba bwetonnye, bw'omanye n'azizaawo ebizibu byonna. Kati mmwe temumanyi kiki ekiri ku Fangoni Forest essaawa zino. Yara la haula. Ekiri ku Fangoni Forest abaana bataliya mumulabye. Gamba abantu nti abaana batandise okuwaata.
Kapa empya mu kibuga. Kati n'aliya.
Omwomode jampa yo.
Ono baadde balina mutwalira jampa ye n'atya okusasula.
Manager bamuwadde namba bagitwala.
Bamaze ne bagireeta bagenda kukonda.
Banaito kikola.
Nate kasiri yaliko kati jampa yetu.
Agambye kasije mu manager.
Ye jampa etundibwa mu Kampala. Eno yokka ye jampa etundibwa mu Kampala.
Abakazi muwalana. Yali wanayambadde empale ze lwaki muginganye bakazi mmwe.
Njagala muteekeko likes tuvaano tugenda ku Fangoni zino likes tezimala njagala miliyoni emu.
Oli mu mmeka?
Tuli mu mitwalo 4.
Tekayo kapa empya mukube likes tubabuulire yatandika ddi.
Njagala miliyoni
era egenda kukoma mukuba kongera ku screen kola tubuulire. Kola tubuulire kapa empya yatandika ddi. Ostege aha.
Bamuteera wano. CEO Ground Media wuyo.
Bagambe bagende ku website.
Updates jeziri zonna. Bannamawulire ab'enjawulo bali wano.
Downloading from mobile basobola ku ground TV. Bridget, atuddawo. Tumanje kwa
How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Forever Arsenal podcast. Game week 12 is out the way and Arsenal are back to winning ways. 3-0, Emirates win, comfy against Nottingham Forest. A good performance, probably our best performance of the season. We're going to get into it all. People hit the like button. Let's get to 1,000 likes nice and early. Make sure you're subscribed, all of that good stuff. Download the AFTV Plus app, individual channels, all of that. Lee's dancing again. A lot more smiles back in the building. And yeah, I mean, the performance warrants it. The result warrants it. We spoke about results and performances and what's more important. We got both against Forest, and we've obviously got a big tie against Sport away in the Champions League coming up as well. You know what the MO is on the show. Talk about what's gone, talk about what's coming up, predict and comments of the day. So strap in, people. Let's hope for a good show. Lee, James, Jordan, you know all good. Jordan ain't even listening to the intro, so we started off quite well.
What? What do you mean?
What are you watching on the screen now?
Sorry, no, I'm just looking at.
Don't say the highlights. We don't need this.
No. I was there. No. I was looking at something on the screen, but I can look away and still listen. Like, you know how it works, right? Ears are what listen, not the eyes.
Okay.
Jordan's just there.
Eye contact.
Sorry, that's rude. Sorry, manners. No, you're right. Turkish, you're right. Manners.
Jordan's prepared himself, going.
You know he's got his little notepad there as well, ready.
Yeah. I do.
Raheem the
No, I'm locked in.
Let's enjoy the show, people. How long since a Premier League win? 5th October. Oh, we needed it. Performance and result. We needed it. Yesterday was the first time in a long time I've enjoyed a weekend of football again.
Yeah.
I know Spurs had their big City problems over there. Villa, I mean, don't let those results go under the radar. They like to draw home games and people just don't talk about it. When they win games, it's Arteta or Emery doing the rounds on social. But when they drop points at home, they shouldn't. No one's really saying anything, and that's not me throwing shade at them. That's watching me being annoyed at people trying to rile Arsenal fans about it, but here I am taking the bait. But yeah, man, it was a good weekend. It was a good Saturday. I mean, I think Liverpool will batter Southampton and you know, United unfortunately will be on the up under Anmarin, but I enjoyed my Saturday.
Yeah.
I was thinking, guys, about, sorry, just while we're on the City Spurs thing, I mean, that's a phenomenal result.
Yeah.
I thought two things. The first thing I thought to myself was, I don't know if I tweeted it or not, I might have forgotten, but is that Spurs' best ever Premier League victory? And then I thought to myself, is that Spurs' best league win since they last won a title? I mean, I know we're not Spurs experts on this podcast here, but just generally thinking about it, have Spurs had a better league win than that in your lifetime?
They did win 6-1 at Old Trafford, but that was behind closed doors. So I mean, this
and United were on the decline.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is
rare. This is rare. I mean, when's the last time we've smoked a big team like this away from home? I can't remember the last time. I mean, by big team, I mean team that is actually good. I mean, I know you can bring in a 3-0 here against United and a couple other results, but Man City, I know they're not at the top of the game, but it's rare to see that. It's rare to see a giant.
They absolutely smoked them, Turkish. They after 15 minutes, they battered them. And City had a few chances, to be fair. Spurs could have he should have, but Spurs should have had 2 or 3 more as well. Spurs should have had 2 or 3 too. Another thought I had as well was, what's interesting about Spurs' record against City, I've not checked it yet, but their record in the Pep era against City is really good. I reckon it's probably, they've won as much as they've lost against City, which is really strong. But then I thought, what's more impressive about that, and I'm just loathing to praise Spurs, what's more impressive about their record against City is it's across 5 managers. It's not like it's one manager that knows how to get the better of Pep. It's like Poch, Jose, Conte, Nuno, Postecoglou. They've all got results against City in a way that we haven't. Have we beaten City more than once in the Pep era in the league?
not more than once in the league. I've got to say, I thought it was a real lesson in what do they say in boxing? Styles make fights. I think I really think people really undervalue that in football. I think there are teams that are so well suited and matched up against others. Now, the Spurs fans, that is not 1 second diminishing form, but Spurs on the hand will play. Whoever they're up against, 10 men, 11, whatever, they'll have a go. And that leaves you susceptible to a defeat at home to Ipswich, where it hasn't clicked, and so you're picked off, and you're 2-0 down, and the game's gone against you. It also can mean you're 2-0 up against Brighton and cruising. It also means you might lose that game. It also means you're 3-0 up twice in Manchester in one season at Old Trafford and the Etihad. They are just a side that, on their day, look what they did at home the other day, having, I think, gone 1-0 down. Spurs are a side that, because they will play and have a go and be full throttle and stick to their principles, no matter who they play, they will get big results. But they will also be susceptible to scoring. They've lost 5 games this season.
It doesn't mean time teams, does it?
Well, that performance in so many ways should almost be a statement. It should be, hold on, it's early, why can't we win this league? But then you see they've lost 5 games already this season. And so that's the toss-up with Spurs. I don't think Arsenal under Arteta will actually ever get that result. We might be a better team than them. We might also, on our day, play as good, if not better football than them. But our approach, whether it be to one game or a season, whatever, it is not what Tottenham's is. So, yeah, the pros and the cons. I don't think we'll have an away day like that, but we hope for a better overall outcome. But I think that's interesting. In football, styles make fights sometimes. You can be better.
Yeah. What's the general consensus of feeling about it all? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm more frustrated than anything to see City losing their 3rd game in a row, and we're still behind. And that we've talked about the circumstances before. But is there an exciting element to it? Does it feel like the league is opening up a bit more? I kind of can't. I do see that, but without us being in the position to take advantage of it, the initial feeling, even seeing them get smoked at home and lose 5 in a row for the first time, 3 in the league, is, if only we did what we should be doing for the first 10, 11 game. But let me ask you, is it excitement or is it frustration that you're feeling with City's form and us not yet capitalising, let me say?
Yeah. Listen, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying them losing and being like they are. But I didn't enjoy yesterday. I didn't watch the game while I was out, but I see it was on the phone. They were 2-0 up. When they went 3-0 up, I weren't happy. I'd have settled for a 2-1, 2-0. Even a 2-2, I would have settled for it. But for them to go and win 4-0, a little bit of envy, because I think that City have been there for the taking. I did say, tongue in cheek, we could go up there and win 4-0. I did say that, they're vulnerable. And I totally agree with what James was saying there, that Tottenham are the team that does it. They do it to them all the time, bar one time. And in that game, by the way, they did have chances to get something from that game. It wasn't like they didn't try it. They had good chances against City, didn't take them. But which I think the thing that is getting overlooked on all this is that they should have been 3-0 up. If that was Arsenal missing those chances, we would have been pillared for it. You know what I mean? Like Haaland should have been an hat-trick. 3-0 up they should have been. Like the first one he had the whole of the box to himself. His first touch was so poor that it allowed them all to get back and get back into him. So since he had to go at Arteta, by the way, his form's dropped dramatically. And the thing is, I think with City, they're still a good side, but he's been like this unbelievable player for them. But he's letting them down at this moment in time. He's not quite at the standard that he is. And they've sort of come back into the pack. Can we take advantage? We haven't at the moment, but I still say we've had some tough games. Got to beat West Ham now. If we beat West Ham, we can have another enjoyable Saturday, James. We can sit there and watch that game the following day, knowing that one or either of them got drop points. And you know what? I don't care who it is that drop points. Hopefully both. I don't really want Man City to go there and win and get their gravy train back on the way. So I think at the end of it, if Arsenal play like they did yesterday, listen, Nottingham Forest have gone to Chelsea, they've gone to Liverpool and won, and we made it look easy yesterday. So I still at this moment in time just concentrate on ourselves and get our form back. If we get our form back, confidence will grow. But yeah, a little bit of mixed emotions about everything. I think really, like from that City performance and what happened there. But I'm buzzing. But the Arsenal, that was my Arsenal back yesterday. I haven't seen that for a very, very long while. The way we dominated the first half, the way football we played, boring it wasn't it? First half, you know what I mean? Just all defensive and all that. No, we was just back to our very, very best. And you don't have to say it, boys, that Odegaard has made a massive, massive difference. What a pleasure it was to watch him play yesterday.
Sorry, Lee, just before we go on to Arsenal, just quickly on City. If they lose next week against Liverpool, are they done?
No, because I think if they were to lose to Liverpool, I don't know, they'd be what?
If Liverpool win today,
Liverpool win today.
Liverpool win today, they're 8 points clear of them.
I think
if they win today, so they would be 11 points then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but if we're saying City will be out of it if they lose the next one, then what are we saying about us?
Yeah, exactly that, like, you know what I mean? It'd be 11 points off of it.
We're saying we're back, Turkish. We're back.
Is that what Jordan's saying, yeah?
But listen,
Jordan's saying,
if we win at West Ham next week and they don't win, then we're above.
Obviously, a draw is the best result for us.
Yeah, I think a draw is the best result. But if we was to win next week, it would put us in a. Forget Liverpool at this moment. You know, we still. I still think City are the team. But if we was to go in front of City with the run that we've had and the injuries that we've had, we'd have bit your hand off for that at the beginning of the season. So, you know, Liverpool have changed the course of it all, haven't they? But listen, I'm praying for Southampton for a miracle.
I'm kind of going back on what I said a few weeks ago, which was I don't think we should be focusing on City focusing ourselves. I'm contradicting myself slightly here. But I wonder if City are right. And I looked at their injury, and to be fair to City, when Arsenal fans bang on about our injuries, City have got some players out. They've got a lot of players out, so that's going to affect you. But I just wonder if something's not quite right on this moment of injuries. It's about the reach top of the hill. Stay there. At some point, you've got to come back down to go back up again. I think Lee's just kind of stolen all the words I was going to say in terms of us. Let's celebrate the first. It was a good win. It was a really good performance. But it's one win. We've got to beat West Ham. Always talk about next 8 games, 9 games, 10 games, how many points between now and Christmas. Forget all that crap. Just beat West Ham. Forget United in 2 weeks' time. Because if we don't beat West Ham, I think we're done. I think Liverpool will literally peel away. I think we're done. And that's, I genuinely believe that. So for all the excitement, I think rightfully so, the Arsenal fans felt yesterday, it did feel like, you know, we've got our team back. It's one game. And if we don't beat West Ham and then don't beat United, we need a run. And that run starts with 2 out of 2. The focus is West Ham.
Well, actually, I was going to say, I mean, while I sort of was saying I really enjoyed my Saturday, that's because I was hungover and I was just in front of football today.
My brother.
You know, I mean, today, I don't know if it's because Liverpool playing Southampton or whatever, there is a part of me that's like delighted we beat Forest and I want to enjoy and reflect on the win today. But then I've got things to do. Like, I'm probably not going to watch Southampton, Liverpool. And what I guess what I'm trying to say as well, there's a part of me that's like, like, we won, and now let's then see if things kind of happen for us. But let's kind of keep winning. I'm not I'm not yet in the zone of.
Omukolo guno gulese n'aba Nigeria nga bwe mukiraba abantu tribe abayindi abaki bali mu kwebuuza kye kigenda mu Uganda kye kigenda mu maaso mu Uganda social media yonna
if we win 7 games in a row, we're still 9 points off. I think, but like you said, kind of one win. But it's a great win. A great win.
What did you feeling like when the lineup came out? Because I didn't catch. I got a bit of lead on starting 11. But the lineup heavily changed. Jorginho in there, Jesus in there, Trossard in there, Marino in there, Partey bench, Rice bench, Havertz bench, etc. Martinelli. Jordan, let's start with you. How did you feel about the lineup change?
I didn't have any massively strong thoughts about it. I mean, I think a couple of those changes felt enforced. We know Declan Rice has got a broken toe. I've not played football at a particularly high level, but I can't walk if my toe. If I stuck my toe on the door, I struggle to walk. So if your toe's broken, I imagine that bloody hurts. And I'm going to guess that an injection was applied for the Chelsea game to get him through that, but you can't keep doing that. So that was that. I found the Jesus one interesting because him coming in for Havertz, I understood less than Martinelli being dropped, because Martinelli, he was away with Brazil, wasn't he? I think he scored. Yeah. With Brazil. So you understand coming back, flying back from South America, you can understand he might have got back late. I can get why you might not start him. But Havertz played for Germany, but Germany, again, check me if I'm wrong here, their games were in Europe. So it's not like Havertz had to fly half around the world to get back to the UK. So I found that one quite interesting. I've been really hard on Jesus because I just don't think he's the guy. But I thought he was okay. I thought he played well. I thought his movement was good. I still need some more from him. I'm not gonna lower my standards for what I think we should be expecting from someone like Jesus and what I think we're trying to do. We're trying to win a title. We need better. But I thought he was good. I thought he's better than he's been in recent games. I thought his link-up play, his movement is always good. His work ethic is always good. I just question his execution. I don't think he's a killer. I don't think he's a guy that gets you over the line. But I thought his general play was good. I think Saka's goal was amazing. Saka's goal was absolutely amazing. I had to look at it a few times because I couldn't quite work out where it went in the goal. How did the keeper get beat from there? But he's hit it so well. And he's got, if you look at it from the angle of looking at the goal, he's got 3 players that are kind of in front of him. He's kind of got to get that through, and the goalkeeper. It's a brilliant goal, man. And unlike a lot of games whereby Saka hasn't played well, but he's done one thing to kind of impact the game, he actually played really well, I think, as well, yesterday. So I want to big up Saka as well. So sorry, 2 questions. The lineup didn't overly concern me, but the Jesus in for Havertz one intrigued me, because in a game that was a must-win, to drop your main striker, I thought was a gamble. It paid off in the end, but it was a risk. It was definitely a risk.
I thought it was a win for technicians and technical footballers, and I think it was Arteta saying, I'm getting my ball players on the pitch, and I really liked it. I mean, I looked and I thought, interesting, because Trossard, I don't really love him as a touchline winger. Jesus, we've seen him recently. Jorginho kind of brought in from the cold, we've barely seen him, but it really worked. We had such control of that game, and some of the football we played in that first half was unbelievable. And there were connections there, and there was movement. Some of the dummies, the third man runs, the flicks, it wasn't just all for show, there's a real purpose behind it all. And you're right, that Saka goal is brilliant. That little touch from Ødegaard though, just to set it into that was sublime. Trossard, was on the left on paper, but that guy popped up everywhere. Ødegaard popped up everywhere. And Jesus, look, he wasn't great. Some people in the comments of my match report were sort of saying, James, well, you're praising Jesus, what did he do? But I just thought he had a hand in everything that happened in our sort of good attack.
Can I just ask you, do they do that with Kai Havertz though? Because I've seen people doing that with Jesus, and the reason they're doing that is because they got the Kai Havertz stuff. And now listen, I ain't saying sorry to cut you, but Jesus ain't got enough to start off for us like full time, right? Same with Havertz. But I just don't understand. I know people are gonna get onto Jesus for yesterday when that's clearly our best performance of the season, our most exciting performance of the season. He linked up well with both sides. He didn't score. He wasn't the threat that you'd want a striker to be, but that's why he's not good enough for that role either. But people shouldn't act like if Havertz plays, we get an abundance more from him. We get different from him. But I don't know why people are doing that with Jesus. I think yesterday he was good. I'm not saying he was great. He was good, but he linked up everything well. Let me take a line from there. He led the line well in terms of Trossard. He was there linking with him. There was that moment with Saka, Odegaard, into Timber, back to Jesus. He was a bit off balance. He tried to cut. There was little moments in their play where we haven't seen that since a while ago. And the recency bias 2 years ago, 2 years today, we was all in all of Jesus signing, you know, what he's done for the attacking line and how well he links up with Martinelli. It was just 2 years ago. But like I said, I'm not saying he is better or should be our starting striker. What I'm saying is people shouldn't run that silly agenda when, like you said, I agree with you, get the ball players on the pitch, and guess what? We balled out. It was our best performance. So Jesus was a part of that.
I totally agree with you. I thought Marino looked good. I thought he kept everything, and actually he was quite competent in midfield because it was quite a lightweight midfield without him. And everyone just showed a really high technical quality. I need to look into the numbers, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of key data on that front was probably some of our best of the season. And finally, I wanted to say was that you know, Turkish Club, we had a really good debate on the live on AFTV the other day about the kind of squad. And my line to you wasn't, or to anyone, wasn't this squad is great, should win the league. It was, but they're so bad that Arteta can't get anything out of them. And not that he wasn't, but my point was, I wouldn't accept it if he didn't get more out of this squad. And I thought in this, what you saw was Trossard, Jesus, Sterling from the bench. I mean, one bad touch when he came on, I thought, oh no. But after that, that's a lovely little assist for Waneri. Waneri looked, Kivior came on, Zinchenko came on, and I was just like, thank you, this is using the squad. And I was really happy that they came in and they just proved, like I've been saying, that surely for 8th and below, whoever those teams might be at home, they could all more than play a part, and they did. And it was a very, very good performance in which £170 million worth of talent wasn't used and was left on the bench. So I'm really happy that they played their part.
Do you know what it was? So just before Lee comes back in, what for me, it was a very mature performance in a game that was a must-win. I was really pleased with how we started the game. We needed a fast, energetic start, and that's what we got. This was a game where the boys had to start well. Forest are a good team. They did nothing. They did nothing. We really, that is how we should be handling teams that are really bottom half teams. Forest are nowhere in the top 6 or wherever they are now, but really Forest are a bottom half team, right? That is what you do. That's what should be happening when teams come to the Emirates at 3 p.m. They should be getting blown away in the first 10 minutes. We should be getting a couple of goals in the first hour, and we should be seeing the game out. If you can get a third, great, nice clean sheet, let's go on to the next. That is how the team goes for time. That's what you should be doing. You know, and I like the fact that we started well, dominated the game, really put it on. There are a couple of players out missing. There are a couple of key of their starting players I think out injured, to be fair to them. But that's what I want to see from my team against West Ham and going forward now. Just good starts, dominate, impose yourself. We've got all our players back now, bar Ben White. There's no excuses. Let's put our run together. So I was really pleased at how we started, but also how we saw the game out as well. That was good to see.
Yeah, but be really honest about it, nervous before the game. And I think the starting lineup made me even more nervous. And I think there was a lot of fans in the stadium that felt the same. And we're a little bit nervy at first. What happened was the team come out and just took all those nerves away, raised them all. And if when Mikel got home last night, he should have given himself a big pat on the back, because I think that he got everything yesterday spot on. And I've been criticising him over the last few weeks, and I do still think that some of his decisions have cost us. But he got it all right yesterday. Everything from the team selection to the substitutions. I thought the substitutions were fantastic yesterday. You just alluded to. I thought that Shinchenko come on and done really, really well in that. Took us up another level going forward. We were just dropping off a little bit. So that was at the timing of that was fantastic. To take Jorginho off at half-time was the right thing to do, because the other two guys that got booked, Saka and Jesus, they haven't got a tackle. He has. Could have got easy a red card in a position where we was dominant. So I thought that was a good decision, the right decision. Proved even better when Partey gets the goal. But all of a sudden, contributions from players that haven't been contributing, or squad. You know, even when we was 2-0 up, that game still was nervy for me. I don't know how you're feeling. I wanted the third goal for obvious reasons, but there was other, but he brings on Wanyeri, and the play splits. He was outstanding little cameo, and I thought Sterling done really, really well when he came on as well. Like, you know, showed a little bit. So everybody contributed in that game yesterday, whether he was a substitute or non-start or a starter. Defensively, we looked sound as well. Like, you know, I think that hasn't got enough credit. That hasn't. Like, I looked at it yesterday. They didn't lay a glove on us. They didn't attack us. They've been dangerous in every time they've gone away from home. They've been dangerous this season. You know, they didn't. We snuffed. They had one chance in the first half. I think when was it?
Not even that.
Yeah, it went across the goal. It was half a chance, but that was all. Like, you know, I just think it was a really, really good performance. And I've got my doubts whether Arsenal can go on a run. I've got my doubts that we can do this, but yesterday I got a lot of confidence back. I was not looking forward to Saturday. Got to about Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm thinking, oh, I've got Arsenal, it's going to be one of those games. I weren't looking for it, it's going to be nervy and everything like that. Really enjoyed the game yesterday. Relaxed, wasn't nervous about it, wasn't worried about it. Really, for the first time in a long while, I enjoyed watching Arsenal. And you know what? I'm looking forward to Tuesday now. I'm looking forward to going to Upton Park, but the London Stadium now. I'm looking forward to going and playing West Ham, where I've been dreading it for this week. We were talking the other week. I mean, we was all saying that the international break was what we really wanted. We was looking forward to it, like, you know. I've never been like that before, and that's because we haven't been playing really, really well. But I think we played well yesterday. I know people will say it's Nottingham Forest, but we could have gone there and played yesterday and scraped to 1-0 or 2-1 or whatever. We didn't. We showed a professionalism and we showed yesterday that we was a good team on a one game. That's what we've got to do. We've now got to, as you said, Jordan, now it's all about West Ham now. Go and do the same. Can we do that sort of performance away from home? Give us our confidence back on away performances as well, because our own form's not been great, but nor is our away performances. So I think at the end of the day, that was the perfect result and performance yesterday. We needed that. Us as fans, we needed it. I think the players probably needed it as well. And, you know, Mikel proved yesterday that he knows what he's doing. There were a lot of people turning around and going, oh, what is he doing this and doing that. And I'm in the Jesus camp as well. I thought he'd done well yesterday. You know, and I tell you what people don't see, and I know it's a given, but there was 3 times in the first half they broke on us, and Jesus was sprinting back, getting back in right back positions, covering. And people don't see that on the TV or whatever, like, you know. But he chased back, got back, kept the shape, and then he was working up front. He's a team player, you know. And I thought yesterday he wasn't one of those players that, like, without being critical, I think at times Trossard's a very selfish player. And, you know, like, there were a couple of occasions yesterday he could have passed it and he'd shoot and whatever. Like, Jesus, you know, needs to go and score since January, but he'd done everything for the team yesterday, and I think you have to admire that.
He once famously said you'd panic without Havertz starting up top. I want to know if you'd... And the comments ripped me to shreds about that. And we've just come off our best performance of the season without Kai Havertz. I'd just like to know how that one worked.
Listen, I'm not going to say I was nervous before the game.
Turkish is a piece of work. He's a piece
I just want to know.
work.
It's all right to rip me to shreds in the comments saying, "Oh, but Havertz were a completely different side, and Kaka regenerated."
We are, and what's the good thing is, and I think that's what we're just alluding to now, is that we've put in a performance without. I think, you know, like our best striker up there.
Killer Kai.
Killer Kai. Unfortunately, he's not Killer Kai, he's just King Kai. All right? He's not don't take the mickey, he's a King Kai, like, you know, because he does everything. But one thing he ain't is Killer. But also that Declan Rice yesterday, you know, we was able to go into that game without playing probably the two of our more influential players to our success at the back end of last season. When we was able to leave them out. Even Thomas Partey was left out and then come on, didn't he? And prove.
What was I saying about Jorginho in the last podcast? I went on some mad rant for no reason. I don't know why I did it.
Italian Pakistan. You just flipped and said, "Where's my?"
Yeah. It came over me. I was like, by the way, Jorginho, like it's so true. That first half, bar the yellow card, I thought he was brilliant, and I'm just like.
That wasn't even a yellow card, bro. So like,
it was. I know it looked very harsh, didn't it? I thought he was great, and I'm just like, you know, when we win games when he plays, so why don't we do more like that? But it was funny because I just think like it was Arteta's technical players on the pitch, and you know, you talk about them. Havertz, you suggesting that we don't have to be scared. But Havertz, I said to people that a month and a half ago. It's possible that Rice doesn't start sometimes. What? The disrespect, he's had one bad, you know, he's not been great for the last talking about him not being a good player. But are we maybe a technical level slightly above for certain games? Without maybe, more often than not, you want Declan Rice on that pitch, and Declan Rice is a very technical. That first 45 against Liverpool, we were magnificent, using the six, running the game. I'm not here to tell you people that Rice can't do it, but there are games where actually Jorginho's a tempo setter. Jorginho might find that pass behind. Jorginho, that to keep that move alive for the first goal, when he just gets in front, and, you know, it's kind of an interception, but he works out to Saka. So little things that Jorginho can do, man. And you know, there's a squad there, let's use it. Not everything. We have to think just because our first level is great, everyone else must be shit. Is it title winning good? No. Debate for another day. We debated that a lot last few weeks. It's good enough to do what it did yesterday.
Yeah, I think you're right to just also mention Odegaard, the conductor, ding ding.
Let's talk about it.
I just think Odegaard just changes how he plays. I think Saka is our match winner, if you like, but I think Odegaard's becoming the most important player in our team. I just think people make moves and runs when they're on the ball. On the pitch, I just think people talk about his technical ability, and you will know about that. We can back to talk about that all day. But off the ball as well, I just think he sets a standard. He's very kind of Jordan Henderson off the ball in that. He does a lot of pointing, but he doesn't just point other people to do stuff. He does it himself. He'll close down, he'll press, he'll drop in, he'll track back. The guy's been out for 2 months, and the last 2 games he's played, it's like he's not been out at all. I just wanted to kind of, you know, shout him out, because I just think without him, we probably might win that game. I'm not sure we do, because I think Saka comes alive.
On that, Jordan, is that testament to how great Odegaard is, or how poor some of the squad building has been to allow one man to change up the shape and approach and fear. Which one do we lean towards? Because listen, Odegaard deserves it. I'm about to ask, who was man like Odegaard or Saka? I lean to Odegaard. Saka had moments as well. But is it a great thing that, well, of course it's a great thing that he's great, but I mean, we've seen how bad or how different we've been without him. Is that?
Well, I think if you look at any kind of top team, any Premier League winning team, there's never one. There's a best player, but there's never like one player. If you take that guy out of the team,
until City Rodney, which people are going to flood the comments. I get that, but that's after 6 titles or whatever they've won.
And also, I think it's more than just Rodri. I think there's other pieces, but Rodri's obviously a key component. You know, the numbers don't lie. Was it 2%? they lose when he plays. So he's obviously a massive reason why they're struggling. But I think there's a question about squad building around Odegaard because you've got a gem. You haven't really fixed that left-hand side, in my opinion. I think in Martinelli and Trossard, you've got a couple of players that are good enough to be in the Arsenal squad. Maybe start win a title. I'm not sure. Saka, you've got a top guy up top, but really fix that area. So there's an argument to suggest that they haven't kept up with the level. I mean, I've criticised Mesut Ozil often for many things. One of the things that I think people say about him to defend him, which I think is fair, is that he's on a different level to everybody else in that squad. He didn't really part the players to match his footballing IQ. Maybe it's a similar thing happening with Odegaard. I don't know, time will tell, but I just know that he's a brilliant player. I know that he massively changes how we play off the ball and on the ball. And again, I think our match winner in Bukayo Saka comes alive when he's on the pitch. I think he knows that he's got a guy that can make those quick 1-2s, those flicks, those double taps, those runs in behind. He can do all of that. He knows that Odegaard is on that level. So yeah, I just think we need to just give Odegaard some flowers for a few minutes.
I think we have to massively praise him, but there's two really fascinating questions. One is the one you just asked there, and look, I don't think one player coming out should ever disrupt the team massively, but you wonder, I'd love to see it, well I wouldn't, because I'm enjoying their form, I'd love to see a fully fit City without Rodri. Just like, De Bruyne is back, but Rodri's missing. Because is there always that one player that unfortunately just is crucial? That one player that they're so rare. You're not going to go on the market and find a Rodri, and you're not going to go on the market and find an Odegaard. I think people get upset. I understand we're talking about a Ballon d'Or winner. But Odegaard's still a special player, and you're not going to go on the market and just find an Odegaard when you're talking work rate, when you're talking how he impacts all phases of the game. He's really developing into a special player. You know, is Van Dijk that for Liverpool? They were pulling away in the title race, albeit 4 years ago, albeit behind closed doors. But when he got that injury with Pickford, Liverpool fans might rightly argue that they had an stream of injuries, and I understand that. But you wonder, is there that one player? I don't know, maybe. I'm just asking the question. I don't know, but maybe there's always one that you lose them and unfortunately just has a massive impact on the team. But the second question, you mentioned Ozil there, and there's a debate, I think, sparked by a fan camp, I can't remember who said on FTV, I can't remember, right, about Odegaard Ozil. What do you guys think of that debate? Turkish, what do you think of the Odegaard Ozil debate for Arsenal? I kind of want to make it clear it's for Arsenal, because number 10, La Liga winning Real Madrid Ozil.
Mesut Ozil is higher in any talent or heritage or history list compared to any Arsenal player right now, for sure. Ozil done magical things on the ball for Germany, for Real Madrid, for us at times. But I also done a sub video on the Big Six channel where I use these players in particular because I feel like all three of them have so far or had 2 years at each club. Pogba, I think, had 2 good years at Man United. Ozil had 2 strong years at Arsenal, and Odegaard's had 2 years at Arsenal as well. Now, my vote was Odegaard's start because I feel like all 3 of the players came into the clubs to change the trajectory of where the club has been going the last couple of years, and only Odegaard managed to help change that in a sustainable way. But I'd lean more towards this. I'm not saying Odegaard's better than Ozil, but both Steve and Grizz, the City fan and the Liverpool fan, both of them started Odegaard as well because of said reasons. Because, you know, he's more of a leader. Arsenal have improved like United didn't or Arsenal didn't at that time. Listen, we won an FA Cup when Ozil came in. But in terms of the side we are now and what we've been producing the last 2 years with Odegaard as captain, the numbers and so on, it's a lot healthier, it's a lot stronger. So out of context soundbite saying Odegaard's better than Ozil is crazy because Ozil has hit heights that Odegaard can only wish, and we can only wish him to hit. And if he does hit it, then I'm sure we do win stuff, and we look back and he's a legend, he's a great, because that's how good Ozil was. But there's context to everything. It's a different generation of football, and what let Ozil down in comparison to David Silva, because I think at one point Ozil was clear of David Silva, but David Silva managed to change his game, get a bit more robust, get a bit more hands-on in the Premier League. And that's why his career continued longer in the Premier League at a higher level, whereas Ozil kind of hid behind the protect us more. He's a bit soft, you can bully him. And I think that was a key difference, whereas Odegaard doesn't have that. You can't bully Odegaard. But technically, he's nowhere near an Ozil in his prime. So it's Stricto got done, when you take it out, obviously it's Odegaard, Ozil, but that's the game we're in. We've all been done in that way before.
Yeah.
Talent-wise, Ozil wins it all day long with natural ability. But it ain't all about natural ability. It's all different ingredients. You've got to have work rate, desire, put your body on the line. I don't mean say put your body on the line by diving into tackles and all that. There's other ways of putting your body on the line. Odegaard wins all of them hands down. Hands down. Who's the better team player? Odegaard. Who's the better player for Arsenal? Odegaard.
Do you think they could both play together? Like Odegaard in the 8 and Ozil in the 10?
I just thought Ozil was a fantastic footballer, but you talk to people like Julian and they can't stand him. And I get a lot of reasons why a lot of people don't like him, because it's the work rate and things like that. But yeah, I think that, listen, he played in Real Madrid, they had loads of superstars around him who still performed. I think that he could do. I think at the end of the day, probably the wrong fit. We've had that a few times with Arsenal players over the years. The wrong fit at the wrong time. Ozil was that. Charlie Nicholas was that. You put him into different teams at a different era. He would have been unbelievable. I think that Ozil would be unbelievable in this team.
All right, I was going to ask that, Lee. Do you think if we swapped Ozil out for Odegaard, do you think we would have had 2 title run-ins in the way that we have under Odegaard? No, I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
If you do give us Ozil and Sanchez, then I think Sanchez gives you what Odegaard would have lost with Odegaard in terms of the work rate, the hunger to win, the desire to get the ball. Different player completely. But if it's just Ozil for Odegaard, you lose a hell of a lot of that.
It's not just about what they can do creatively now, is it, in football? You've got to be able to defend. You've got to be. Look at, if you don't defend, you're going to get destroyed. And if you don't defend properly, you're going to get destroyed. And we've seen that in the Premier League this season.
Well, you mentioned you mentioned David Silva there, Turkish. He reinvented himself as more of an 8, and someone who could play in all phases, whereas Ozil, listen, on a technical level, you could put him on any area of the pitch. You can invert him from left back, he'd look brilliant because his technical quality was fantastic. Arteta might have done that, actually. But he didn't. He was the 10. He had to be, it felt to me he had to be behind the striker, he had to have the protection behind him, he had to have the wingers to feed. At Arsenal, I mean. Now, what I don't want to be lost is that Jose Mourinho, who demands, the most from his players, put him in the 10 and made him, put him at the heart of the side that overcame what was, in my opinion, the greatest club side in history in Barcelona. And they lost out on the title when Jose Mourinho, with Mesut Ozil on the 10, did it. He's a World Cup winner too, and people forget that he played on the right for Germany in that World Cup run. Why? People see it as like he was moved out of midfield. But he was so good that they had to get him in the team somewhere. But yes, we need a particular midfield, but Ozil will be playing for us. We have to get him in that team. So Ozil was special, and he won 3 FA Cups with Arsenal. And I think the work rate questions were fair to a point, but also I think he worked harder than some people say. But in terms of what they've done for Arsenal, listen, he's got the trophies, Ozil, so Erdogan still needs to deliver those.
Yeah, 100%.
There's something about the work rate, the leadership, the importance, and quite frankly, the points tallies that Arsenal have hit. Erdogan didn't come into this team challenging titles. He came in in our Mayor season, in our
he's grown.
We scraped 8. He's grown with the club, and okay, maybe lucky with the manager and the signings, and that maybe Arsenal showed more ambition than in the last years than they did. When we look at the money spent, and people argue that for Wenger, and I hear all that. But I think while what Ozil's done for football for Arsenal shouldn't be underestimated, I do think Erdogan has the potential for Arsenal to move clear. But it's potential. He's not done it. Not till he lifts trophies and whatever. And I'm not talking about even a technical performance level. I'm talking like where this club could go and the direction that we've been on under with Erdogan, our captain, and let's see. But it's a sticky debate. You upset people either way.
Just to kind of quickie, I know we've got to move, but I think the best example of the modern day 10, if you like, is what we saw yesterday in the Man City Spurs game with Maddison. And it was level and commentary was waxing lyrical about Maddison. We know technically on the ball how good Maddison is. The doubt is, and the reason why I don't think England picked him is because off the ball, he does nothing. And it's the reason why Postecoglou has been not only subbing him in every single game, recently he's not even been starting him. So he's obviously got into his ear and said, look, I need more from you. And I think that's the difference between Odegaard and Ozil. Ozil, I think I agree with you guys, is the bigger talent. But I'm sorry, those days where you can be talented and just sit in the hole and wait for the ball to come to me and I'll make magic, them one matter days of 10, 15 years ago, they're 10, 15 years ago. They're a long time ago now. You've got to work. So I think that's kind of my kind of perspective on the Ozil Odegaard debate. And just final thing, going back to our game yesterday as well, the clean sheet was important. We've not kept a lot of clean sheets at home. It was really important for me that we kept a clean sheet at home, so I just thought it was important to mention.
I will add that I prefer when 10s were given freedom and football.
Yeah, of course you did.
Better football. Like.
I will Ozil.
I'm with you, Turkish. I'm with you on that.
Ozil on his day when Ozil played and Cazorla was behind him and that link up and the midfield fluidity, I mean, that's some of the best football I've ever seen at Arsenal. And I do also want to say really quickly, like, yes, the title races and the trajectory and all that, but people will argue, and they've got a point, so both in the league got top 4 and won 3 FA Cups. Like, we need the trophies, people.
Yeah.
We really need the trophies for these players to get recognised for the efforts and the talents and all that. And we've said all this, I mentioned Bukayo Saka as well, he's been phenomenal, but this is why, like, I really want trophies this season. It's for us to enjoy, because that's what it's all about, but also because...
Sorry.
That is this group deserve it. I mean, what a goal. Ruthless. Just like...
Yeah, beautiful.
Gabriel Saliba, are they, potentially great partnership trophies? This is what will get these guys remembered.
They was good yesterday, by the way.
Fantastic. Timber, Calafiori.
Yeah.
Bench was good yesterday. Never give them I don't think everybody's sort of saying, Forest with this and Forest with that. That number 9 has caused us problems in the last few seasons. Didn't get a kick. Would come on, didn't get a kick. They're 2 white wingers. They swapped them over in there, didn't get anything. I thought defensively they was really, really good yesterday, and I think that I'll give a little bit of credit to the players in front of them as well. I think we were snacking away at tackles. Marino, I'm not convinced on him yet, but I felt yesterday he put his body on the line, made a load of good, done all the dirty work yesterday. Sometimes doesn't get noticed, but he done all the dirty work and done it well yesterday. So I think defensively yesterday we was very, very good. That was very pleasing for me, Jordan, that we kept the clean sheet. Because I think a lot of people were saying, we're going to win it 2-1, 3-2, or, you know what I mean, all thought we was going to concede yesterday. So I do think clean sheets is a statement for top teams. I do, that's what makes that Spurs win so much better. So 4-0.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
3-0.
4-1 looks different. You're right.
It's just got that little bit more oomph about it, innit? Like, you know, and I thought defensively we was really good yesterday, and but I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying. Like, I don't know what it is with I walked off yesterday wishing that I could play like Odegaard. You know what I'm saying? I never did that with Ozil. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that he was.
Well, everything about you is very Martin Odegaard. It's just,
Not my gear.
Lovely left foot. The way he manipulates the ball. I don't think people realise how good that is to do. But he makes it look so easy. But it's so hard to just manipulate the ball around players and things like that. I thought he was fantastic yesterday. I think he was man of the match yesterday. I think probably Saka would have got it. But I just thought Odegaard was just, you know, that performance yesterday was, you think, wow.
And I know we've got to move on, so Noli's got to go, but a shout out to Ranieri as well. I mean, obviously, a quick mention to the boy. It's a good goal, but yeah.
He was pissed off.
Well, yeah, man, I'm thinking I've got some points coming my way.
I wonder what you was going on about with that, like.
And now we're on the subject. I thought their goal was onside at the end. I thought 3-1 was the right result.
Of course you did.
Did you go 2-1 though, or 3-1?
I don't know what I went, but I know I went 1 for them. So yeah, I didn't get it. No, but Ranieri.
He was no safe.
I said 3-1. I've said 2-1, 3-1. What do you lot want?
I went.
Partey's goal was very nice as well.
Very good. Yeah. Well orchestrated that, by the way. Well orchestrated like that. There was some movement off the ball. Was fantastic.
Saka, Odegaard made the space. Partey 1 touch out, curling out, Sells no chance. It was a great goal.
He made a couple of good saves there, goalkeeper, as well. Really, 2 very, very good saves. 1 from Saka and 1 from Trossard. We could have been 3 or 4-0 up at half time.
Yeah.
Good day all round.
Anytime, like when I reviewed the game yesterday, I just thought, like, you know that saying, the best defense is a good offense. Like, it just felt like now we attack back and we put it on Forest that first 10, 15, 20 minutes. Our football was tantalising, and I think they just didn't. They just went into their shell a bit, and that was it for the rest of the game. And we just carried on at them. But we got Sporting next. We made a hell of a lot of changes for Nottingham Forest. Do we make changes back? Do we go with consistency? I mean, how do we look at it? What's the key decisions?
I'd keep the same team. I'd be tempted to start the same 11 again.
Why? Because of the performance as well?
Yeah, I don't think Rice will be fit enough. Anyway, so I think that one kind of answers a question to Mikel Arteta. Jesus, let's see if he can get a goal. We're going to need Jesus after Christmas. We're going to need it. So let's kind of get in games now, when he can kind of warm in, get a little bit of confidence, get a bit of form. And there's not much difference between them. Havertz the better forward of the two, clearly, but not by a mile. Do you know what I mean?
Is it clearly, or is it by a mile?
I don't think there's a massive gap between the two. So exactly. So who you start is much of a muchness. I wouldn't be too annoyed if they started the same 11, get a bit of rhythm.
I wouldn't be, but I don't think he will. I think he'll make changes. I think there was a few of those changes because it was Saturday, Tuesday.
I think there's more to it than that. The way the changes came in, I think that it was a case of, like James said, technical ballers on the pitch, keep the ball on the floor. Because I mean, I
wouldn't be upset if he played the same team.
I think Havertz comes in for sure. I'd say Havertz comes in. Martinelli probably comes in too. Aside from that, Jorginho, I don't know. Defensively, I guess it picks itself.
That's the same, but it's got to be the back four now for
it'd be a difficult game though, even without Amorim. I mean, he was there so long that I'm sure a couple of weeks out of the job, they're not going to be a completely different entity. But it will be a difficult game. I mean, how are we all feeling about the game itself? Never mind changes. Is it one that now we've hit the ground running from this international break? Is it one one we really should be going to win, or is it one that
You'll
we
get
should?
something from it.
Okay, yeah.
I think you want to wrap it up as soon as possible. Really. A couple wins, I think, are done. I think you want to try and wrap this up. This
Right, we used to win this one and the next
Guys,
one.
what is this? I've just googled Champions League. Doing it. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it going, yeah, I have no idea. I don't have a clue. Is a draw a good result? I mean, it puts us on 8 points. Liverpool running away with it. We don't need to finish first. I mean, so who cares? I don't really know. Sports Bliss is sports place to go. They're second. So I'll just see they're second in this table. All right. Yeah. So I'll take a draw. I think if we draw our 2 away games, what are they?
Girona, yeah.
We've got to beat him. We've got to beat him, Girona. We've got to beat him.
Well, whatever. We draw our away games and win our home games. That's 8 points. That puts us on 15.
Wow.
Does 15 points get us in the top 8? That's 6 points.
Nobody knows.
No one knows.
I don't have a clue. I've no idea. I
How many
mean,
home games you got left? We've got Monaco, haven't we?
yeah, I've got to say, 4 wins, 3 draws, and a defeat. Is that enough in 8 games? I don't know. I have no idea. I need to simulate this on Football Manager.
How many games we played?
Yeah, 4.
So we've got 4 to go.
Who else we got home? Monaco, who else we got?
Dynamo Zagreb.
Yeah.
Zagreb.
Well, I think we have, so we pick up 9 points, that should be enough, shouldn't it?
Do we have the home game?
I think you need more than 10. I think 12.
Well, that's 4 out of 4 then,
Yeah.
Oh, guys, good news. Girona away on the 29th of Jan is our last one. So actually, I think you can draw this one. Obviously, you want to win your home games.
Yeah.
And then know going to Girona what you need. I think that's probably quite a good position. You can.
Yeah.
Look, Arsenal will play to win. I, despite what people say about our style, I do think Arteta genuinely goes out to try win every game. So we'll play to win. I just think if we don't, because they're a good side, that's probably palatable. But West Ham, then, or the West Ham either way, the pressure's on, obviously.
Yeah. And the pressure's a little bit off in these games. Yeah, it's not being in all the games, is it? You know,
I don't think it is off, Lever, because I think it's on because I think we need to see some individual players pick up some form.
Yeah,
these are the games where players can pick up some form. So although the draw is not terminal for the Champions League, my focus is the Premier League, and I need to see there's 3 or 4 players that I need to see. Do you know what I mean? Just kind of like slightly getting better and better in terms of a run of games. So these are the games where I want to see someone like Jesus getting a couple of goals. These are the games where I need to see Trossard having an impact. So even Sterling. I need to see some of these players really turning. There's no excuses now. There's no excuses now. So these are the games I want to see some of these players really showing that they can put a run together.
Yeah, and I think, to be honest, on the sporting stuff, we will see what the lineup produces. Champions League returns, and I'm with you guys. The next 3 games, you get 7 points. You're finishing top 8. That's the expectation. But here's another table, the Forever Arsenal prediction table, and a little bit of change because Leeds did change the 3 points. So he's moved up to 3rd. Still 3 points behind.
Is it all 4?
No, I don't know. Yeah, man, you don't. You see them 2 stars there? Don't blow your load early to get 2 stars.
Turkey's doing a Man City. Turkey's doing a Man City.
It's a long game, man. Yeah? It's a long game. You don't dance and jiggle away. You're off the bottom of the table.
I was delighted when Yeri scored. I was going mad when he scored. Like, you know what I mean?
I bet you was. Yeah.
Absolutely delighted.
Do you know what I love? 5 points off in the prediction league. Turkish is like all to play for. 5 points off in the Premier League. Vote on BCN.
The
Show them some love.
The difference is I'm the Man City of this table. That's the difference. So, you know, I've got the heritage and the clout. I've put the runs together. You know, I've doubled up on the stars, as we can see, or tripled.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't even like that. You were just sat there, just.
That one was.
I might go back and watch that one.
They sponsored my match reaction yesterday. They sponsored it yesterday. So Proton VPN, thank you very much.
I know you're here. Get yourself a voice to the account.
Show them some love. Come on, Lee's got to go.
Yeah, sorry. Prediction Sporting away, Jordan. Still surprised you're first.
2-1, I know. 1-0. 1-0 Arsenal.
1-0. James.
Million biri atu blocking abantu paka enviri zali enskin bazinakula
Lee.
bamama bafa bali
disgrace. You disgrace. You sure you want to stick with 1-1?
Million.
Yeah, but this guy always rubbish about everyone else. Stick with 1-1.
We win though, right?
I was going to say 1-1, man. What's wrong with you, man? You're always predicting wins down there. Now you want to come with your 1-1.
I want to change mine.
No changes.
I've always worked. I just think we're going to win now. But carry on. I'll stick with you.
I'm going to take James' energy and say 2-1 win. Wait, what did you say, Jordan? You said 1-0. I said 2-2 and 1-1. Alright, cool. We've got all the predictions in. Let us know yours. Comment section. Forever predictor on the AFTV Plus app. Let's not forget about that. Go download the app. And let's move into comments of the day. Lee Judges has got football to go to, so let's not keep this one too long.
Can I rap through a couple? I've got some people have some fun with my talk. One, I don't rap, I don't act, I don't tell jokes, I just watch highlights. Another one, I don't rap, I don't act, I don't tell jokes, I don't talk much sense. Another one here, what's Lee modelling, gloves or balaclavas? Love
You like to ask, so yes, I am. You're getting it, like, you know what I mean? Balaclavas. It's very funny, though, like,
I got one more. I met Turkish rivals Tears in Milton Keynes. Spoke about the Arsenal Big Six. On the way home, I was gutted. I didn't mention the Forever Arsenal. Asked the wife to turn the car around, but she refused. Love for the love.
Alright, John, love for the love, man. Pleasure meeting you. As always. To be honest, mine's along the same lines as yours, Jordan. Mine was from C Red, says every stream there's something with Jordan, laying in bed, bad mic, just the highlights. So I like that. Rants got quite nice.
It's a fair point.
Who's that with me?
Go for it, son.
Lee, I can see you looking for a comment of the day. On your
my one was the balaclava one,
someone said I look like Boss Baby. What do they mean? Is that the film? Yeah.
It must be, yeah.
Anyway, there are quite a few. I like people noticing the Jordan on.
Oh yeah.
Wearing Air Jordan cap.
Jordan on your head.
Oh, you had Jordan on your head. I've seen that.
That was clever. There was. I got. What was it? Yeah, not gonna lie. James saying a Campos would be known to casuals, then not knowing where he's from. It's pretty. We all know a Campos. Where's he at?
Keep ready. People, that's it. The comments of the day, and that's it for another Forever Arsenal. Like I said, if you expected a bit of a longer one, it is what it is. It was fun. We'll be back after Sporting. Should be an early morning release on Wednesday. Look out for it, people. Make sure you subscribe, put a notification bell on. You'll know when it's coming out. Individual channels, low support. Hit the like button. Love for the love. We'll see you again soon. Peace. Mpulira abanaku buli lunaku ngenda mu bulokinga
Nantongo Otero Africana ng'ennaku z'omwezi oba muteekeyokko
What spokesperson your company?
Mavini munno Juma Muteegu munnaali
Agenze.
kati kansooke mpe ku bantu request njagala kuwa siriiwo labisa ogamba otya siriiwo labisa enjala ng'ennuma kati nzuuya kiki kyemwagala nte ku masimu mubuuze ku bantu kate ku masimu nte ku masimu mubuuze ku bantu kale amasimu nga tadde sindika request mubuuze ku bantu I want to buy you lunch. Lady Gaga 075-952-9778. Namba hiyo. Namba wejao. Asooke ndeete ku bantu babuuze ku bantu.
Desh.
How are you?
I'm fine, Desh. Wabale kutuweereza bannange webale nnyo webalire ddala. Desh. Leero lwendabye abantu abagala alien skin alive wallahi. Wano byasoose ne byagala okukyuka mukwano bya tandisa wona labide ku social media abantu abasinisa ebinyo abagala abisinisa ebinyo naye bagenda kiwulira nso se nenkaabamu awo nga sibitegeera nengenza okulanga obuwanguzi buli waffe mukama yeebale Deshi webale tuweereza webale kutwagala webale kwagala kibanda
kale mukwano
Deshi omulimu gw'okola gw'amaanyi tweyanza gensobola kyensobola kugamba naye weebale mukama kuwa omukisa
kale ddia
Deshi oli otya
ndi bulungi queen
webale kutuweereza bambi webale nnyo
kale ddia
kirala bannange mwebale nnyo kwagala kibanda bannange one love.
If I felt that on a day where the defence had a bad day, our attack would bail us out, then maybe, like, but we haven't won any. No, but I'll take one league title. Yeah, I want everything.
It's invincible twice. You know they go back 4 in a row. Two invincibles. But I'll tell you what's a great point there, and the fact that we went to
Ziga na mukomenti naye amasanyu gennina ngenda namubbanka ngenda kunoonyaako kibanda mu kasente.
That's with 3 away games, an extra day's rest that they had, and they had all of their 3 games at home. You know what I mean? And we've gone to Tottenham away, which was a difficult one. I think Atlanta, I think it was a difficult, you know, the first time we were in the Champions League. You know, I don't think people realise how hostile that atmosphere was. It was hostile, you know, in a good way. It was fantastic. And then to go there, tired, travel home that night, then do one training session, they travel all the way to Manchester, get the job done. Big week.
This result is going to age well. I'm so sorry. At the end of the season, if we've already got that Brighton result in terms of if we lose the league by a point. Again, like, I will look at other things, not 10-man Arsenal drew at City, because a deflected effort that, fell to John Stones. I mean, what can you do about that? I'll look at other things, and there will be other things throughout the season. This ultimately is a result that is so frustrating. I wanted to win badly because we've given City fans just an extra little bit of ammunition. We've got 2 points less than I think we deserve, but this result will age well for me. I think the Arsenal players have to take so much out of it. They really, really do.
Yeah, I mean, so many incidents in the game. Where do we really begin? I mean, let's talk with the opener. Haaland running through goal. Kind of, for me, reminiscent of the Brighton goal. I mean, it's not often in the past 18 months we've seen the gap in midfield so big and the gap between Gabriel and Saliba so big. Again, I look at Gabriel in that moment. I also look at Partey, who got dragged. Obviously, Calafiori got spun, but against the winger like Savio, that can happen. And Saliba probably wasn't close enough to Gabriel, hence Haaland going for it. It was a great finish. I mean, just a toe poke into the near post, he done right up. He makes it 1-0. What did you not make of that at that time? I mean, a lot of the talk was, including from me, that if Man City score first, it could be a long day. Lee, let me go back to you. You was in the ground, going 1-0 down. What was the feeling like? Did it feel like we're going to get back into this? Because at that stage, I think we had yet to put, we had yet to get any sort of stranglehold in the game. So they scored 1-0 and they was pretty much dominating the first however long.
I've got to say, when you're thinking like, don't let Haaland be free like that in the first 10 minutes. It's not a good start, and we're panicking. We're thinking like, I want the people around me going, we could get stuffed here 3 or 4. But I think that's where we showed our mettle. We had to dig in, really like. And I don't know if it come across on the TV. We didn't panic. The actual do you remember like when we lost to him like the time before 4-1? When we was going for we panicked a little bit and everything like that. And I also have to say, I know that they're reluctant to compliment us in any sort of way because that's Man City and that's whatever like. But I have to compliment the way that they pressed us in the first 10 minutes as well. If you actually watch it, the way they done it was
first 20 minutes was the most impressive City were all day. I actually predicted as much. We were on the watch along, and when we do score predictions, I said actually we're going to go down to an early goal because I can just see it being. If you're playing against a side that your recent history with them has been you've struggled to break them down, then the kind of best counter to that is just be on them from the start, force errors before they settle into the game. Because once Arsenal settle into shape, it's really difficult to break them down. Yesterday, so I'm not surprised by the fast start. I thought they were really good. Savinho looked really great, and he was up against Calafiori, and it looked like a guy saying, "This is your debut. You might be a bit nervous. Let me stick it on you." But every Arsenal player was we were going more man for it, and we were trying to be a little bit more aggressive in our press. We were trying to stop them higher up the pitch, but we couldn't really do it. They picked us off in that one moment, but we responded. We came through that.
We did, so you have to give City credit for that. I thought that some of what they've done was they sort of thought like we're gonna push him into right down the corner, and it's going to be Gabriel the one that we're going to target because out of all of those players, he's still a very, very good player, but the others are a little bit more comfortable on the ball than him, if I'll be really honest. And they've done that, and we couldn't get out, and I'm thinking, God, this is going to be a long, long time. And then I think it was 10 or 15. 20 minutes after into the game, we got the ball and Thomas Partey broke the lines. I don't know if you remember it, but he broke the lines and we was in on them. And all of a sudden, they then went and retreated a little bit. Like. So that key moment when Thomas Partey broke the lines and we got out 1-2, got it out to Saka on the right, and then we was doing it at will. At will at times, getting through. And so Thomas Partey became key because he was the one that done it in a tight area. There was a few times that Arsenal take the risk when they have to play that ball and he plays a triangle, and he's a bit dodgy, but then the one time he turned out, they'd all gone in,
and I think do you remember we had this weird conversation on the last pod about too many right footers on the left side and almost being a bit more comfortable in the certain areas they are, and maybe people thought we were overdoing a little bit, or maybe I think I was making a point more than most, but if you look at this game, Arteta did tweak a few things. Now Ben White apparently had a slight injury which kept him out. I think he'd have had no problem playing Timber on the right, Calafiori on the left foot. I think there was a balance of having a left foot and right footer that worked there. Maybe White would have played right back, but the point is, I had no problem. I don't think Arteta would have had any problem with that four out was. The other tweak he made was he made Trossard drift left, which he did in the Tottenham game, but he actually had Trossard left centre mid and Rice right central midfield. And I think the whole point of that was to get Rice's channel running to support Bukayo Saka, but then Trossard was playing in his more comfortable areas. And obviously we're going to talk about the red card, but I thought Trossard had a quietly very good first half, really neat in tight areas. Then everything was, he was facing the areas he wanted to be. And I think we had better combinations for having the players just their roles and the size they're playing on slightly tweaked.
Yeah, I saw Trossard's role a bit different. I saw Trossard a lot of the time. It looked like it was a straight two. It looked like he was told to get up alongside Havertz quite a lot. In a lot of times, he went beyond Havertz.
But he was on the left side, and Rice was on the right.
No, for sure. Yeah. But at times, it looked like almost like a 4-4-2. Yeah. And I found that quite interesting. So I was like, okay, if Mikel Arteta is kind of going for it, rather than it just being a flat, right, Havertz, you're there, and everyone else is behind, bank up, and we'll try and break when we can. Your point earlier on about the tactics being different this time as the 0-0 last year are true as well. We look 15 yards further up the pitch. We weren't front-footing it, but we were definitely 15 yards further out the game last year. We backed it clear from the start.